Well, see, I'm just going over my notes here, and I've got a couple of new videos I want to tell you about, and some things that you can look forward to in the near future on this channel.
This video is sponsored by Cruiseman's Garage Honda Goldwing Maintenance Video Series.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Cruiseman's Garage. Today, doing kind of a news from the garage. Rather than going into the studio, I decided I'd just sit out here in the garage, and I made some notes, a few things I want to cover, I want to talk about, let you know about. I got my coffee. It's only about 6 o'clock in the morning here, and I got some interesting things to tell you about the last couple of days. It's been an interesting time around here in Cruiseman's Garage, no doubt. First thing I want to tell you about is on our 2025 Lexus, I did a ceramic coating on the glass, on the windshield, and on did actually some of the other windows as well. I did not put that video on the Cruiseman's Garage channel because it's not motorcycle related, and I'm trying to only focus on motorcycle content. But if you're interested in that subject, check out my other channel, Cruiseman Fixes Stuff, and I'm going to mention another video on that channel here in the future, or in today. But check out that video if you're interested in something like that for your car. It's pretty interesting results, and I'm still kind of testing it, but I think if you're interested in that sort of thing for your car, you might like that. Also, did a review, a moto vlog the other day of the butt buffer, which I have sitting back here, one of them sitting back here on my seat right now. And I like it. I think it's pretty comfortable. I got quite a few negative comments on that video from people who have had seat pads in the past and have used seat pads and they just didn't seem to like them. There were some positive reviews. There were some people that actually have the butt buffer brand. I like it. I'm going to give this one to Robert White and let him test it and see what he thinks of it, just to get another perspective. I don't know. I have not tested it long distance yet. I do plan to on the next road trip. Maybe I'll have a different feeling after that. But anything I can get that can improve the comfort of the seat, maybe get me another 40, 50 miles down the road before I have to pull over and stretch my legs, to me that's a good thing. And my initial impression was that it felt pretty nice. So check that out. If you haven't seen that video already, check out my butt buffer review. I also, let me just take a second to remind you before I go any farther, please, if you haven't done so already, sign up for my free email newsletter. I just sent one out last week with a discount offer for those of you that are on my newsletter. A lot of you are going to get these special deals and offers, but you only get them if you, or get them, I should say, rather than get them. You only get them if you're on my email newsletter list. It doesn't cost anything to sign up for the newsletter, and it gives me a way to get in touch with you when I have these special deals come across. Sometimes they're very limited time. I don't have time to come out and make a video and talk about it. And some of you may not see every video I put out. So this way, if I can send you an email and say, hey, we got a special deal, it's only good for a few days, you'll get that information. So it's free to sign up. I'll put a link in the description of the video, and you can unsubscribe at any time if you're not happy with it or if you think I'm bugging you too much. I don't usually send out more than one every week or two. I don't send out a lot of these. You may remember about 7 or 8 months ago, I did a review of the Wiedemann Jump 1800. It's a portable power bank. And that's another one of those videos that I'm trying to, the type of video. To me, it does have something to do with the garage because I use it around the garage all the time to power my power tools, my polishers, anything that needs a cord. And I'd rather use that than an extension cord. Well, we had an interesting situation yesterday where our power went out. We had some really high winds the night before, and the power went out here in Dallas, in our area in Dallas-Fort Worth. And we were without power for 7 or 8 hours the first time around. we don't have a generator, so we don't have any backup power. And I got up yesterday morning and I wanted coffee, and of course we have no electricity. So I thought, oh, I'll just go get my Vitamin out of the garage, bring it in, make a pot of coffee, which I did. Worked great, got my coffee. And then about that time, Ricky reminded me that she has some eye drops that she keeps in the freezer, and they have to remain frozen. By this time, the refrigerator had already been off for several hours, but it stays cold if you don't open the door. It'll maintain its freeze, but not for 8 or 9 hours. It'll start, thawing out. I thought, wonder if I could hook this thing up to the refrigerator. We have a double-sided refrigerator that has the door on top, and all the compressor and all the, electronics are in the top. Fortunately, I was able to look back there and I could find the plug to the refrigerator. It plugged right into the wall. They mounted the plug up high. Very lucky. I guess they kind of had to because of the way it's built in. So I was able to rig up a couple of power strips linked together to kind of make my own extension cord. We didn't have any extension cords available, and which I just ordered some on Amazon, so I'll have them now if I ever need this again. And I was able to hook our refrigerator up to this Vitamin, and it kept the refrigerator running for another 6 hours before our power came on. Our power's off for over 8 hours. It saved the day. I just wanted to update you on that. I actually have updated this video to talk about this situation. They sent me this to review and test, and when they sent it to me, I thought, how am I going to use this thing? And I'm telling you, every week I come up with something that I need to use this for. I use it all the time, and it saved us yesterday. Well, then last night about 7:45, the power went out again, a second time. While we had power during the day, I had fully charged it up again. It had gotten down to about 35% charge, so I had brought it out to the garage and fully charged it again. So last night I took it back in the kitchen, hooked the refrigerator back up, and it kept it on until I think it was about a little after 2 a.m. before our power came back on. And I fully expect our power could go out again at any time. We have very, very unreliable power here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, at least in our area. And the power had gone out because of some high winds, in case you're wondering. So check out that video. I put that video on Cruiseman Fixes Stuff if you want to see it. I added that video over to that other channel as well. I have not updated the video on Cruiseman's Garage, but I probably will at some point. The next thing is the Innov RC6. I did a little bit of testing on this when I was testing out the butt buffer on my motovlog the other day, and it works well. There are a couple of things that I'll mention in the installation and review video that will be coming out soon. I'm still in editing right now. I have some unique ways I figured out how to mount it, and I also have some observations and things I'll tell you about. So make sure if you're interested, it's a combination blind spot monitor and dash cam. In fact, I don't know if you can see it, it's kind of dark. The front-facing dash cam I mounted right here, and then the rear I've mounted on the traction action mount. Well, no, not action mount. It's kind of the tray that goes up above the rear license plate light. It mounts on there, so you can mount all kinds of accessories. Update on the BT Moto installation for the 5th generation Goldwing. We were able to get the flash, the ECU program off of Johnny's 2017 Goldwing last week. He's doing this Texas ride, and so he should be over here today or tomorrow, and we'll see about updating his ECU with the new flash from BT Moto. And so keep an eye out for that video. It should be coming out maybe next weekend. A lot of you have watched my Indian Pursuit review that I did from out in Las Vegas. That video has had over 38,000 views in a week. 38,000 views is pretty good. That means there's a lot of interest in motorcycle reviews. I'm planning, hopefully, to be doing more motorcycle reviews this year. And so keep an eye out for that. Let me know in the comments down below, what do you want to see more of? Also, I got some information from my contact at Polaris, actually with their PR company. And there's some pretty interesting and exciting things going on with the 2025 Slingshot. I don't know if all of you are familiar with the Slingshot. That's the 3-wheel side-by-side. I don't even know what you call it. I think technically it's considered a motorcycle. You know, you sit in it like a car, basically, and I think it even has a car engine. I don't know much about the Slingshot. I've seen a few of them around town, don't know much about them.
So I decided to do a little research on the Slingshot website, and I also got some information from my Polaris contact. And it turns out this thing is pretty cool. It's got a lot of features. This is the 10th anniversary for the Slingshot. I had no idea it had been around 10 years, and they have a special 10th anniversary edition. This thing is insane. It's got a 2-liter 4-cylinder engine with 200 horsepower, a super cool 10th anniversary paint job. I am just really impressed.
Let me ask you this. Would you be interested in having me do a review of the Slingshot if I could get one in here for a few days or a week or two, or whatever time it is? I don't know where the hell I'd put it. I mean, my garages are pretty full. But if you're interested in the Slingshot, let me know in the comments down below, and I'll see if I can't figure out a way to get one and review it and let you know a little bit about it. Also, anniversary merchandise like this shirt here. I got the navy shirt on. I've got the black cap. I swear I ordered black shirt, but I got a navy one. But anyway, got the navy shirt. I like the navy. I think it looks kind of nice. So if you're interested in this anniversary merchandise, we still have it available. Check out shop.cruisemansgarage.com. This is our design. My brother actually designed this. So it has been literally flying off, and I don't know how long this anniversary merchandise is going to be available through my shop. So if you want to celebrate the Honda Goldwing 50th anniversary by showing the world, and I love the t-shirt. I don't have the t-shirt on right now, obviously, but the t-shirt's really cool looking as well. It's got this logo on the front and back. The polo shirt is embroidered just like the cap. I also just released a patch if you want to have a patch for your riding jacket. I think it's an iron-on or sew-on patch. That's now available. So check that out. And the last thing I'm going to talk about is my meet and greet, which is coming up March 29th. I will be at Southern Honda Powersports in Chattanooga, Tennessee. It's actually East Ridge, Tennessee, which I think is a suburb of Chattanooga. And I will be there from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. So I hope a lot of you are going to come out and meet me and have a little meet and greet, take some pictures. They're going to have all kinds of contests and drawings. They're doing a lot of stuff. So it's going to be a pretty big deal. We're going to be looking at the 2025 Honda Goldwing. I'll probably do a little quick review of that bike while I'm there. So make sure if you're in the Tennessee area, Chattanooga area, maybe get on your bike and ride up there. I am not going to be riding my bike this time. I will be flying in because I've got to get back pretty quick for something else. But anyway, I hope to see you on March 29th. I will be there from 11 to 3. And I think Mac from Gold Rider 1 will be there too. So if you follow his channel, come out and meet Mac. You know, this guy he's a hoot, so you got to meet him in person. And he'll probably be there on his Goldwing. So anyway, I look forward to seeing you on March 29th. That's all the news I have right now. I just wanted to update you from the garage. Keep an eye out for these new videos, and I'll see you on the next Cruiseman's Garage. And remember what I always say, ride often, but ride safe.